Yo. Yeah, no, I just realised I was on mute. What are you saying? What are you saying, Bilal? What are you saying, Thanos? What are you saying, Cam? What are you saying, Dylan? Sesame? Better or not? Okay, fucking hell, now the YouTube chat loads, bruv. What the fuck? Warm on today, yeah, trust. Actually, it's bare warm today. Oh shit, oh mate. Turn on face cam. Yeah, let me know what we're looking for. I'm pretty sure I know what everyone's going to be looking for, but might as well just see. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Let me switch accounts. Come on, cunt. Yeah, let me know what we're looking for. Messy markets. It's just not great, really. This imbalance has been filled. Just sending an announcement, boys. Yeah, everyone let me know what we're looking at. Let me know what we're seeing. I'm mainly looking at EU, to be fair. Mainly looking at EU. Fuck off, cunt. I was thinking about shorts from here, but obviously we don't really want to do that without taking the Asia low, without taking the Asia high. But to be fair, sells from here are quite nice. For me, anyway. And the main point is we want it to come down, so we are going to go on the lower time frame once we come in, but we'll have a look. Yeah, boys, 2 sets. Fucking send an announcement in. Oh, sweet. Fucking hell. What we saying? Want us to come to a decent level to short EU? Yeah, I agree. EU shorts, but I don't believe it will play out in London. Where do you reckon it will play out, Thanos? Where do you reckon it's coming up to? DXY bullish into weekly FEG. Yeah. Look for DXY to continue up to complete 4 hour. Yeah, I'm looking at the same. I mean, if we look at this 4 hour on DXY, you can see obviously there's the low, there's the high. When we have a big distribution candle like this, these are like by far the most optimal for CRT. So obviously we took the low, we want it to come up into the high. Everyone double tap the screen, share the live, man. Everyone share the live. Who's here on TikTok? Morning, Ben, what you saying? Mate. Oh, I got bare stiff today, bare stiff. Explain the difference between an FEG and an inverted gap. How rude. An inversion is just a fair value gap that's been passed through already, been closed through. Simple, very, very simple concept. So this is a fair value gap. It's literally like just all literally fucking hell. That is literally all it is. Yeah, we've got a fair value gap there, so you can see that's a fair value gap because we haven't passed through it. But this one is an inversion fair value gap because see here we closed above it, we closed through it. So then we use it as a flip zone for them buyers, and then obviously you can see would have got a little small buy-in off it. So yeah, I mean, in line with the trend, in line with the order block we had yesterday, we are looking at buyers. Boys, double tap the screen, man. Share the screen, repost the live. Let's get some man on it. Let's get some man on this TikTok. Let's get some man on this TikTok. Sweep of Asian high and bearish reversal to the equal lows. Yeah, if we can't do the hourly FEG around Friday, 50% will be nice. One scenario I have in mind is that London session consolidates and then New York sweeps and starts falling. And yeah, looking at the most realistic scenario, bear in mind we are bullish. Our weekly bias has been bullish, and so far we have got that bang on. I had this order block yesterday. You'd remember if you was here at the start of the live, we did have this order block, but we was trying to catch reversals around here or something like that. But yeah, regardless of that, we've got this 4 hour CRT candle, so we're looking to come up to the high. I mean, if we look on the 4 hour, we've got this clear 4 hour imbalance to be filled and then move on, which tells me we could come down a little bit before we go up. So again, here's that same level. And you're probably gonna see it be an inversion as well, but oh, fucking hell, voice crap. By the looks of it, we are gonna get an inversion. It is gonna be an inversion. I'd probably refine this just because it's kind of shit. We've got this clear candle where it's supposed to be in balance, so it's just like not really that clean of an imbalance, if I'm being honest with you. But sorry boys, trader views double laggy this morning, super laggy, I don't know why. But you can see it's not really in balance. Like we clearly filled it and then came off again. So the imbalance isn't from there. The imbalance is from there. So we should really be looking for imbalance from 3 AM to 4 AM or 2:45 to 4:45. Anyway, yeah, I'd probably refine it to this 1 hourly. I want this to be filled. Make it a bit lighter because it is kind of. Make it 5. Order block within. Yes, James, what you saying? EU is a buyer, fair enough. EU 1 hour F3G and Friday 50%. What do you reckon? Yes, Dylan's literally just said the exact thing. Overnight, so I was just wondering if you have I had a bearish bias for GJ last night, which could correct, but didn't want to leave a limit overnight. 200 if you leave limits overnight. No, I don't, bro. You never know what can happen overnight. You literally never know what can happen overnight. You could die. I'm joking. But like a war could start. Donald Trump could give a tariff speech like he did the other day. There's loads of stuff can happen overnight. It's not just about the direction. It's good that you caught the right direction, but it's not just about that. Yeah, now let's look at obviously the prior day. 50%, as people are saying. I mean, the prior day 50% is literally the 50% of this CRT candle, bear in mind. Near enough. It'll be like a few pips off, so bear that in mind. Why is it extended? There we go. Right, so yeah, we do want price to come below there. Yeah, I sort of agree. I don't overly want it to come into that point, if I'm honest. I don't overly want us to come into the discount because we've traded up from the discount. So it's not like we're looking at sells, right, and we want it to go like that. It's already sort of, this is all in the premium. We've already had this price action in the premium. It's only just recently where we're outside. So I don't know if we'd want to necessarily come back. We might do, but I'll bear that in mind. It would be nicer as well if we filled this whole fair value, which is pretty near to this. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for the DXY. Yeah, that level you man was saying does look good, Jack. Bro, for some reason my Discord's just a black screen. Bro, Discord's trash, innit? Discord's so terrible. Like, in terms of updating. My Discord will never update properly. Never, ever, 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 ever will my Discord update properly. Not once has it ever done that. It will update and then it won't say it's updated. It won't ask me to update it. It won't give me a notification, anything. I will just go on it the next morning and it won't work. It just won't work. And I have to uninstall it and then reinstall it and then delete and then hard reset my laptop just to actually open the app. Like, this will be a black screen, yeah, now, until I delete the fucking app, re-download the app, and restart my laptop. Like, I don't know why you can't just fucking update and get on with it. Like, would you even update anyway? It's not like you're a game. You what, like, different fucking banners or something? Which is you on Discord? I get confused. It's Louis, bro. I see Euro UAD trade on changed currency. I was wondering if you think it's a reversal. Send it to the Discord, bro. Send it to Chart Check. I'll have a look. You looking for buyers? Not really buyers. DXY, yeah, but I mean DXY is not the pair we're trading. Yeah, London session could consolidate, but I mean, there's nothing really that says that is going to be the case. There's nothing overly that says that's going to be the case. So, great to see you, Lou. Appreciate that, Toby. I need to drink coffee, bro. For some reason, I can't talk. Great to see you, mate. Good to see you too, Toby. Keeping it going. EU to complete 2-hour CRT. Hopefully. I mean, we have already had I'll show you. So have a look at this 2-hour CRT. Up here, yeah, potentially that does look decent, to be fair. I'm more obviously looking at the 4-hour on on GU and DXY. GU has been completed, obviously, if you look at the 4-hour due to that news. Yeah, beautiful, really, of what was expecting of GU. Absolutely beautiful. We had 3 points of liquidity. We had this CRT low, prior day low, and weekly CRT low. So we really wanted to see price bearish off this order block yesterday. If you was in the live, you'll sort of remember it, hopefully. And yeah, it was lovely from that order block. 70 pips. Even this morning we've dropped 50. That was obviously because of the news, but that's what we say about news. It will go in your favour if you do your analysis correctly. And you trade with a trend, more than likely you're going to be correct. You see any setups? Yeah, we see a few potentially. Yeah, morning Gabriel Slappo. What are you saying? EK. Yeah, EU's definitely an interesting one. Man, trading views are so laggy this morning. I do not like that. Don't like that at all. Don't like that one bit. I mean, yeah, we've got this imbalance which has been filled, as we said. Got these equal, are they equal lows? I don't think they are. I think, to be fair, that low was actually taken, wasn't it? Yeah, that low was taken. You think the market's been kind of shit recently? Yeah, this week they have been. This week they've been dog, no, not dog shit. They've been easy to predict. Just the London sessions have been slow. It's actually been kind of good this week, but you got to bear in mind we had pound news 2 of the days this week already. So it's certain things you just got to firm it really. So we had pound news at 7 today, which is why it's so on the line from everything else. What we really want to see is EURUSD start moving. That's all we really care about. We want to see price start to do something. It's just probably the dirtiest accumulation I've ever seen with them wicks. Them wicks are just insane. Boys, everyone repost the live, double tap the screen. If we get 10k likes by 8:45, I'll shave one of my eyebrows off. Thoughts on GU? Yeah, I mean, GU is no point touching, bro. We've got this blatant distribution now. Still got lows to target. As I said, we took the prior day and took the 4-hour CRT low. Still got the weekly CRT low. Remember, this was one of our main correlations. To be fair, not one of our main. Well, it was a correlation, I should say. But yeah, we obviously had that weekly CRT on GU, which we still need to complete to this low, and then a rebalance of this leg into this order block is exactly really what I'm looking at for GU. Obviously you would have seen this if you had my date, if you like to keep up to date with my daily bias. If you're in the mentorship, I do send my bias, so you would have known I was looking at sells all week, but there a change of character there, breaker structures about to occur. So yeah, really bearish, just fitting our weekly biases we'd wanted perfectly so far. Yeah, just waiting for EU to follow suit really. Trying for EU to follow suit. What are you saying, Refine? Yeah, I mean, not a very eventful morning, to say the least. Saying the absolute least. I don't like this price action now. I really don't. I really don't like this. In fact, I really do not at all like this. It's because on the higher time frame, right? It looks like it's a distribution, right? It looks like there should be fair value gaps there. Even on the 2 hour, it looks like there should be shit there, but there's just not. When you go, even on the 15, it looks like there could potentially be something there, but when you go, like, it looks like they could be in balance. When you go on the 5 minute, you see it's just the most slow and crap distribution of price you've ever seen. The most efficient distribution of price ever. Like literally, as soon as there's a down candle, there's an up one. Down candle, up, down, up. Like there's not an inch of this that hasn't been mitigated. Every single candle down to the last 5 minute candle has been mitigated. Every single one without question, without foul. Which I don't really like at all, because I mean, which means there's nothing here. There's nothing here that price is going to really target. It's literally just a sell-off. I mean, the ideal scenario is we sweep the Asia higher, DXY comes down to fill our fair value, and then boom, and then we can start to get in. But yeah, I suppose we're better off waiting for the DXY, because I mean, Euro USD is not going to do shit, is it? Let's be real. It's no better on a 1 minute, I can't lie. Let's have a look. Yeah, Jesus Christ, look, bro, look at that. That genuinely looks like a building or something, like literally fucking 4 domes with like You know them like rods coming out the top. Like they're fucking Taj Mahal, mate. Like genuinely, every single like that is just not clean distribution. How did you get the confirmation for GU on our cell? What do you mean, Mohammed? I'm not too sure what you mean, mate. I've got 10 minutes till my kill zone closes, so no trades most likely. Fair play. What you saying, Louis? What you saying, bro? I've been trying to buy EU, but no sweep of Asia low. Yeah, we're just consolidating within that Asia range. Violently consolidating for about 3 hours now. Genuinely, from 6 AM to now, it's been a violent accumulation. What's your strategy, bro? Asia liquidity or daily trade continuation, bro? Yeah, you had that little bit of volume spike into it, but wants a rest now, does it? Wants a fucking rest. Just the EU price action's a bit scruffy. It's like so low down in the range. There's nothing for it to really retrace back to, as I've said. I mean, you'd ideally want it to be in the prior 50 of this range. But there's just nothing in that. There's nothing in that above. It's just a free 4 hour candle range. 1 hour, there's nothing, just a load of wicks. No imbalance. 1 hour, there's no imbalance other than this one here, just by this order block. So to be fair, this could be the potential level. It's the only other level I see us potentially coming into is this. This one there. That's the only potential one. It's quite far away. Well, to be fair, it's not even that far. It's only 10 pips away. Bear in mind, EU hasn't moved like at all really this morning, so got no other news either, so we should be relatively free. What are you saying, Tommy? Imbalance is getting created on the 5 min. Nice. Louis, how did you switch so easily from high time frame bullish to bearish? Find it quite hard to do so. I know my back test, I can only trade with a higher time frame, but with price like this, there isn't much. If you're in the mentorship, bro, you would have seen my weekly bias. You would have seen my weekly bias. I send it obviously Sunday night, Monday morning. I pretty much break down why I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and if you're in that, just read that, bro. I'll keep it as simple as I can. I have it on Discord, but annoyingly I can't open it. I can't open the app. I just can't open the app for the love of God. So yeah, I mean, I can go through it fully, but I've already gone through my bias on GU like 3 times now, so I don't really want to bore people. But let me know if you're in the mentorship, or if not, and I can try to still help you out. What confluences are you using, bro? I mean, we really wait for 3 things, as I've said. So we wait for, and this is going to help Motto as well. Oh, you're not in there, fair play. I'll forward it you over in it, but just so you know what I put in there, and why I was looking for what I was looking for. Right, so the first thing is bias. This is where are we going? What direction are we going? And an easy way to do this, a fool's way to do this, is literally zoom out and say, cool, we've been going down, so we are looking at sells, right? So it's an easy way to do it. I obviously do that, but I'll put a bit more into it, and I'm not going to go through it again because I've gone through it, but you can ask me again in a minute and I'll go through it potentially, but I just don't want to do it right now. I want to just, because I feel like all I've done today is just fucking talk about EU and GU's 4 hour. Okay, what the fuck? Yeah, EU and GU's 4 hour. But yeah, bias is just where we're going. Where we're going. So for me, our bias is this external low here. Right, this is my bias, the Friday low. This is where I want price to go into. So my bias is sells to this low. That's my bias, right? Number two, most important thing. Well, not even most important thing. They're all as important as each other. But these are the three things you need for a good setup. Is the narrative. So the narrative is cool. This is our level that we're trading down to. How are we going to get there? So the narrative is how are we going to get there? Are we going to come off an order block? Are we going to come off liquidity? Are we going to come off a fair value gap? Whatever it is, that is our narrative. So for example, if I have this order block here and I want price to come up into here and then break this low, that's our narrative. My narrative is price coming into our order block and then selling off. So the narrative is the order block. Bias is sells down to here. The narrative is via this order block, okay? Via this order block. And then number three, the final piece of the puzzle is a strategy / entry model. And that's the final thing. And obviously we provide that with the Asia liquidity grab and daily trade continuations. And that's just the final thing that you really look for. So for me, I mean, for you it might be, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an ICT thing, like a unicorn model or something like that. For me, it's Asia liquidity grab or daily trade and continuations. But either one on their own is not enough. You need a bias, so you need to know where we're going. You need a narrative, you need to know what we're coming off, and you need a strategy. You need something to actually validate that final point of entry. Good morning, CT. What you saying, bro? Everyone double tap the screen. What pair are you trading, bro? This is someone fucking. Where's all my mods, bro? This guy's been spamming stuff for time. This needs to go, bro. Who wants mod in here? Yo, let me know if you want mod, chat. If you want mod, let me know and I'll mod you up. EU swept Asia finally. Yeah, finally swept that. As I said, you do want a narrative though, so. And we finally filled this as well. That 4 hour has been filled. I'm not going to put too much on that though, because we have already really filled it. Now we can look on our 1 minute and start looking at entries, or our 5 minute, or our 15. Ideally, I mean, I want us to come up first. I want us to come into here, then come down. But the Asia session is just not moving, man. The London Open's done nothing, literally nothing. It's moved how much? To be fair, 15 pips, I suppose, is decent. But for 3 hours worth, like, and it's a distribution as well. Like, the leg's actually kind of going up. It's like, you sound like this other guy I see on here a lot. Probably because I am the other guy, bro, or we do it together. If it's MMFX. Riches or something like that. Yeah, that is me, bro. That is me. Mod me loose, sweet. Mod me, I'm here daily, sweet. You mod yous up, boys. Just boot people out with just blatantly like grifting, basically. If I tell you to kick them, just kick them, but don't be just booting people out, innit? Just ask me. No, Sesame, you've got mod. Wait, you cut your beard. Yeah, basically, bro, I do challenges. So every time on a live, if we hit the like goal, then yeah, Seth. What's your name on Discord, Seth? Just so I can mod you. Can I be mod? If I know you, you can be mod, innit? Like, if I know you're not just gonna do some bullshit. But yeah, send me a message on Discord if you want mod. I know Sesame. Okay, Bearman wants to be mod. Let me mod some of you up. Subs, you can be mod because I know that is. Yeah, SY you can be, and Seth you can be. Just send me a message on Discord so I know you are. Yesterday, New York, 30k likes, yeah, innit? Yeah, because we got 30k likes, I had to shave off my beard. So what's the time now? If we get 10k likes before 9 o'clock, 9 AM, then I'll shave an eyebrow off. Refine it, I think, bro. Let me mod Sesame. By the way, boys, we are on YouTube as well if you want to go over there. Riches Effects. Yeah, Sab, same thing. Don't just be like, just ask me before you do any madnesses. There you go, mate. GU has already taken out lows, wood, and GU is already taken out the lows and GU is sweeping highs. Would this affect bias? I'm assuming you mean DXY and that, but yeah, you might want to recon that, bro. Are you making me feel like throwing my laptop out the window? Well, I agree with you, mate. It's just not really moving at all. We just want it to push up into here. We haven't actually got that far to go. It just looks like we do because we haven't fucking moved an inch. It's only about 5-6 pips to move up. Why that order block, Lou? I'll break it down. For one bias, you're looking specific time frame. Yeah, so the bias is going to be how it typically works. Your bias is going to be your daily and your daily and weekly. Your narrative is going to be your hourlies, and your strategy is going to be your minutes. So, yeah, I suppose you can look at it as months, week, daily chart, monthly, weekly, daily chart. Narrative, you can look at your hourly charts. And strategy, you can look at your minute charts. Bro, I'm not being funny. Why are there so many third world people inviting me to go TikTok live? Like, bro, if you've got access to a phone and it's midday in your place, you don't think you should be working to earn some fucking money rather than sitting on TikTok live? Like, bro, it's always someone in the third world that invites me to go live. Yeah, Seth, let me run you mod, bro. Let me run you mod, Seth. What pair is this, bro? This is Euro USD, bro. Where's fucking Seth gone? Sweet, what's your YouTube? Richess FX, bro. Richess FX. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, boys, I'm going to be giving away to one of my subscribers a 100k funded. I'm going to do a big old funded account giveaway once we hit 1,000 subs. Less than 100 off. I've got a YouTube video coming out today as well, so that's going to be a banger. Now I can actually pay attention, was falling asleep there. Yeah, no, for real. We're moving up a bit now. We're coming to that weekly true open. Thanks, Lou. We'll back test to see if this works for me. No worries, bro. But yeah, this is the rule of thumb, really. And it's good to separate it from your different timestamps. Well, not timestamps, but... How much funded for, bro? Multi six figures. Multi six figures, bro. Why do you keep ignoring me, bro? I think price gonna move out 1 hour. I'm not ignoring you, bro. I'm on YouTube, innit? So we've got 2 lives going and got 2 lives going on. Oh, there's 2 of you. I thought you was the other guy. Yeah, there's 2 of us. If you go to my Instagram, oh yeah, to be fair, you can see us there, innit? I'll show you the boys. But yeah, that's my YouTube there. Give me a sec while I go back to the charts. That is me there. And that's Mace. Subbing now. Appreciate that, broski. Yeah, we're coming to that daily true open, so that is a premium and discount zone for us. I think everyone on YouTube and TikTok's really seeing the same thing. We're just waiting for EU. Again, we don't really have a 5-minute imbalance. There's not really any 5-minute imbalance until we get all the way down here to the bottom of the range, which is near enough a change of character at that point. But that'll be good because it's the most discounted fair value gap, so it should be. If that's inverted, that will be significant. Only problem is it's going to be so far down that the RR is going to be not the best. 2 to 1. Just gonna have to wait and see though. Hopefully we can come up to this order block anyway. That's what I'm mainly looking for. GU looks cleaner. Well, I mean it would do. It's just had a fucking 50 pip sell off. GU 15-minute inversion I've taken previous weekly low. Bro, please check Discord. No worries, Bilal. I will do. GU has calmed down and swept equal lows. Taken previous weekly low and created IFEG If it retaps, I'm longing to Friday 50% minimum. Let's have a look at the DXY. I do believe we've disrespected that 1 hour now. Yeah, that 1 hour's been disrespected. It's nice actually the way it fell on an hourly close. This was something I was cautious of because we do have obviously big candle, slow retracement, order block. So it does look like we're going to be coming off an order block. But obviously what we know about CRT, we should come really into the high. I'll have a look at GU though. 6 hour CRT and now on EU, think we'll push higher. 6 hours a mad time frame. I just don't like changing my biases midday. In the middle of the day, it just doesn't really make sense. But I mean, yeah, you can't deny the reaction we've seen. It's mainly the fact we've disrespected all of this. Like, it's clearly been disrespected. So, you can only really trade what's in front of you. GU, I mean, we haven't even taken this low really, have we? Is it equal? Yeah, it's equal. So we haven't actually taken that low, bear in mind. I already know you said that before looking. Have we taken the low? Honestly, bro. Honestly. Honestly, boys. What are we going to do with these fucking charts, man? So it seems like every single one, apart from FXCM, has taken the low. So we have taken the low. It looks like we're not really on the most optimal chart right now. Because saying we didn't take the low, but we did, apparently, right? So this is actually very, 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 very dangerous. Very dangerous to be trading. Very dangerous. I'm not really even trading GU at this point. You know what I mean? I didn't think we've even taken the low. This is why you got to be careful with fucking trading, bro. Because they're just scumbaggy, man. Like, what are these spreads, man? Like, how can you say it hasn't broke the low if it clearly has? It's just bullshit, man. It honestly is bullshit. And then you got to change around your whole setup. You've just marked up all of your chart, your whole chart, from top to bottom. And now you got to reset it because there's a fucking bullshit, stupid. It's the price just isn't price actioning. I still think we'll come lower, but it's just annoying that we're not getting accurate data, man. So frustrating. So frustrating. Just means you're out of the loop. You don't really know what's going on. It's so annoying, man, because now I'm going to have to keep switching back between these two because I can't even trust the chart I'm looking at. This is terrible from FXCM. I'm not going to lie. This is terrible from them. Because they're the only one that's out of line, so there's no reason for it, clearly. They're just bullshitting people. They're just being scumbags. Look at UJ. I'll look at UJ in a minute, bro. In fact, the charts are like completely different. Look at this, right? It's got prior week low. On this one was swept. Prior week low was swept, right? So really, we've taken the majority of the liquidity, and all that's left is this one wick here. That's all that's left. But if we look at GU on another fucking payment on another provider, rather than FXCM. Cheers, Sesame. Basically, it hasn't taken the low. It's just like, come on, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. And no wonder that low has been swept. Bro, come on, man. Trading View, bro. Trading View. Come on. Holy crap. Oh, mate. Trading View's pissing me off today, chat. Trading View's pissing me off today, man. I'm not going to lie. So laggy. Payment providers are useless. I mean, look, low's been taken. We go to the other GU. Low just hasn't been taken. But not only has it not been taken, it's not been taken by about 10 pips. It's like, what? How are you 10 pips wrong? How are you wrong by 10 pips? It makes no sense. Honest to God, man. And that's why everything else is taking it, because this terrible open makes it look like he swept it, when in reality it come nowhere near this point. Nowhere near. Didn't even come 10 pips in. Look, I'll show you on the other ones. Guarantee it'll be the same. Got another one. Yep, look, not even 10 pips near to the low. Not even 10 pips fucking near. Fourth one, capital.com. Not even close. A little bit closer, but not even close. Another one, Pepperstone. Not even close. So, the whole time, FXCM has been saying this low, which is a crucial point of price action. It's absolutely fundamental to how you trade this week. And it's got it wrong and said that this low has been swept, when that is absolutely and utterly not the case. Not the case whatsoever. So I'm actually going to ignore that level. I'm just going to completely ignore that this even happened, because it didn't happen. Right? So this didn't happen, right? For all intents and purposes, didn't happen. All intents and purposes, didn't happen. Which is bullshit, but this is why it seemed like we didn't sweep the low, because I was going off this low, when really it wasn't even that low. So yeah, bullshit. Change the broker. This is the thing, bro. I'm not changing the broker, man. I've marked it up from the weekly time frame down to the 5 minute. I'm not changing broker midday during my trading hours. It's just stupid. Price coming down a bit. I mean, we have taken that Asia high. We haven't tapped into much, have we? But we took that Asia high. Suppose we've got this 5 minute imbalance here. Fuck off. That weekly open as well was beautiful reaction. I'm in GU right now. Okay, I think a lot of people's on GU. I wouldn't be getting into GU. As I said, boys, you need narrative, bias. Wow, why did I switch fingers? Bias, narrative, entry. You need 3 things: bias, narrative, entry. So if you've got a bias, narrative, and entry for GU longs, fair enough. But I can imagine a lot of you have just got an entry, haven't you? A lot of you have just got an entry. You're getting induced by big candles. You're getting induced by big inversion candles. I hope you are right, obviously, but we tapped into it now, so I'm assuming, yeah, you men are all on longs now. So let's mark it up. Let's mark it up. That part of the song's bare annoying. Yo, why has this song got so annoying? Whoa, that was Erebus by Allison. That was woeful. That song got so annoying all of a sudden. I've listened to it bare times. I never realised how like mind-numbingly annoying that bit is. It's just that over and over and over again. I mean, it's a 2-to-1, and you're catching 42 pips, which is alright, I suppose. What I would really do for this, rather than just going straight off that 15, or that 5 rather, you could either go off that 15, or what I would probably do is go off this order block here. So I'd see this as a fair value gap to be rebalanced. And obviously at the bottom of the fair value gap, we have an order block. So if you really want a good entry with good RR, then that is your one to go for. So obviously it's in the discount of that leg as well. If we're looking at the premium and discount, we've got obviously the low to the high. You see, you only really want to be getting into entries that are in the discount. And you can see this order block is well within the discount. And it obviously makes the RR, as I said, just so much better. So you can have a 10 pip stop loss, which is way more like it, really. 10 pip stop loss, and then obviously your TP is going to be way nicer. Your TP 50 pips, 5-to-1. So that's all of a sudden it's a 5-to-1 rather than a flimsy little 2-to-1. That's if you want to get in. In my opinion, we're still just going to continue down, but we'll see. Could be wrong. I do want another little leg up though, if I'm honest. I do want another little leg. Literally 10 pips, bro. 10 pips up to here. And then this is our order block to sell. I don't think this imbalance is going to play, so I might as well just get rid of it. Yeah, let's see. Unicorn, yeah, I don't trade that way, but have you ever thought about moving to futures, always the same chart? Not gonna lie, Isaac, last couple of days I have, and today's made me think about it as well. Just because it's not on, I'll be honest, it's not on. Fair enough getting it wrong a little bit, but for me, getting it 10, 15 pips wrong at a key level in price is going to affect the whole way people trade. That's just manipulation. There's no other word for that. Pure and utter manipulation. You got to think about it, man. It's like, what are the chances that they get it 10 to 15 pips wrong on a key point that's going to affect everyone's trading? What's the chances they get that wrong? You know what I mean? You think G will drop further? I do, bro. It's not TradingView. Yeah, I know it's not TradingView's fault, but TradingView's been bare laggy as well, so it's like multiple things tying into it, you know what I mean? Just realised I had my brightness bare low on my phone. I actually thought it was a bare shit day. Turned around, saw brightness. Surely this might not be TradingView. Surely this might not be TradingView issues. I just checked my broker feed on my funded. I couldn't draw on my TradingView yesterday. I was raging. Bro, it's just stuff like that, man. That's what annoys me about TradingView. You know what it is, yeah? What annoys me is it's like, we're operating with high level shit here and the app is so low level. It's a good app, innit? It's the best of the bunch. But it's just such a low level app. Like, people that are trading, if I place a trade now, I'm putting fucking 4 grand on a trade. Like, to win like 12 grand back. Someone like that, who's risking 4 figures on a trade, should not be on a software this basic and this bad that can just get stuff wrong like that, or just lag out, or just, you know what I mean? It's just such a basic app. It's decent, but someone needs to make a better version of it. Needs to. It's such a gold mine. I've been saying this for years. If someone makes a good version of TradingView, a version of TradingView that people actually like and actually works and doesn't lag, and there's a few other problems I've got with TradingView, but they're the main things. It's just basic, and it's just super basic for what we're actually doing. And I get it, it's like, oh, just get a fucking Bloomberg terminal if you care that much. But Bloomberg terminals are like 10 grand, so it's like there's no middle ground. It's either crappy free TradingView or 10 grand fucking... And we're paying for TV, well at least I do, yeah, Trust TV license. Only AVAX and... Wow. Sounds like one actual coin and then one just what time you going to work? To your job. To your job. To your job. You go to work. To your job. I lost my brother to create a TradingView alternative. He's the one who made the richest indicator. Yeah, 30. Bro, honestly, if he did that, I promise you there'd be so much money to make. Because TradingView's good in it, but it could be improved so much more. That's all I'm going to say in it. I'm going to stop moaning. Bloomberg has its own software. That's the main thing it does, bro. I'm not going to lie. That's its main service, innit? It's an information services. So, yeah, there's tiers of it. There's tiers of it. But is it TradingView's fault they're always getting information from the brokers? Yeah, but it's not just that. It's not just that fucking thing they get it wrong. It's not just that, innit? There's other things that piss me off. Bro, I'll be honest, if you're complaining about me complaining about TradingView, like, bro, have you never used technology before? If you use your Xbox and the Xbox fucks up, it's normally never the Xbox's fault. It needs to get the blame now. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you used to play like FIFA as a kid, even if it's not the controller's fault, it's the controller's fault. You know what I mean? And it's better off just saying that and not thinking about it. What do you think of EG? Where's the order block? Where is that TP place? If I missed any comments, boys, let me know. Is Minor Bro 1 win and you're back? Wait for A+ setups. What is he down? I've never ever had lag on trade. I have never ever had lag on trading view. I do have Plus Planner. Yeah, you must not be trading enough, bro. We literally, and how I know it's not trading view is because obviously our office, our old office, we're moving into our new one in ASAP really, but our old office had. It was like the best building in Canary Wharf, basically. If you know Canary Wharf, you'll know the building. It's front and centre, best building there. The Wi-Fi is like, I'm not going to say NASA level Wi-Fi, but like exceptional, like unreal Wi-Fi, like really like insane Wi-Fi. And my trader view would still like lag. It would still lag. So that's obviously like an internal thing. And it's not my laptop either, because my laptop's 30. My laptop's like new, not new. Well, I suppose it is newish, but it's like it's really quick. Yeah, I'm down 2.8% since I got funded. Market's been going against me. Yeah, but that's obviously just normal, bro. I mean, what on earth do you expect? If you think about it, I say to people all the time who's down on their funded accounts, what do you expect, bro? Literally, you got to think about it, right? You've made in a row, you've made 5%, and then you've made 8%, right? So, I don't know how long it took you to pass it, but let's assume it took you a month to pass it. You've just got, obviously, 5 plus 8% to pass it equals 13%, right? You just got 13% in 1 month, right? So, do you expect the next month, what do you expect the next month to do? Bear in mind, right? And this is where we use logic. This is where it helps to use logic to curve our psychology, right? What is the average we make a month? What do I say to aim for? You want to aim for, at the most, 5%. Between 4-5% really is what you want to aim for, right? So let's say 5%. So that is how much more? That is what? 160%. We do the maths. So that is 260% more, actually, so 160%, my bad, 160% more than what you should normally average to make, right? So you've overperformed by 160%, right? Bear that in mind. So what do you expect for the next month? Do you expect you to overperform again, or are you due really underperform, or is your strategy due to underperform? Bear in mind, each strategy goes through phases. Each strategy works and don't work at certain times. You've got to look at it in a realistic sense. You've made 13 RR in a month, right? And you should really be making 5R in a month, which is brilliant for you. You've done really well in the month. But it just means you've overachieved, right? You've overachieved by 160%. So don't expect to like have just pure profit again. 3 weeks in the first phase, 2 days in the second phase. This is what I'm saying. So you've made 13 RR in a week, in a month. Which, as I said, is way over double, nearly triple what you want to make. So bear in mind, if you have a bit of drawdown, it's fine. GU long looks optimistic. Yeah, not something I'll be taking, bro. How do your performances been this month in terms of percent? Yeah, good so far this month. I'll be honest, bro, I've not traded a lot this month. I've just been sticking with our trends. I mean, last month I had a really good month, and this is what I always remind people in the signals. Like, if you're in the signals, you need to understand there's 2 ways people do signals. They either do it purely just to get you like a cat and mouse, or not a cat and mouse. What do you call it when you dangle like the cheese above the rat and make it run just forever? That's what people will do. So they'll give you some good trades, some bad trades, because they need like affiliation. They need to get their commission off their brokers. This is what most people do, right? Because they need commission. With us, we're not on commission or anything like that. Everything we do is fully in-house. So what that means is, I only trade when I see a trade. So last month I was 18R up. We also had a win of, I think, 3.5R on the first day of the month or the second day of the month. So you've got to think about it, boys, yeah? If you're up 18R last month and then 4R up from the start of the month, are you going to be trading a lot throughout the remainder of that month? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, people can say, oh, but people pay for signals, you should send them. Yeah, but I do. I send the high probability ones that I would place. The whole point is, if you're in the signal group for like 3, 4, 5 months, you're going to see insane benefits. But if you leave after like 20 days or something, it's so dumb. It's so dumb, because you guys all understand how trading works. Like, you know the reality of it. You can have 20 days of losing. You'd literally need 2 weeks of winning, and it covers you. So bear that in mind, man. Even I'm the same. I'm only saying that because it's relevant to what this guy's saying. But I made 18 RR last month, same as you did. So I'm not overly trading this month. So you've probably traded the same amount, which is why you've come out in drawdown, because you probably saw it as, oh, I'm a brilliant trader, my strategy's brilliant. Whereas I'm someone who's a bit more experienced, probably been doing it for a bit longer, got a bit more of a level head towards it. I'm saying, all right, my strategy's just worked really well. So this month, rather than trading the same amount and catching some drawdown, I would rather just take my trades down a little bit, only place the absolute really high probability ones that go with the trend, have a narrative, fit our entry criteria, and then you're going to make money, but maybe only a little bit of money. But this is the reality of trading, people. This is the reality. Leaving after 20 days is like leaving a match before kickoff. No cap. No cap. What do you think of gold? Yeah, I'll have a look at gold. Someone said EG though, so I'll have a look at EG first. If I missed any comments, boys, just ask again. Everyone double tap the screen, man. Share the live. Let's get 5k likes in here. Let's try and get 100 man in here. I'm going to leave March and come back in April. March, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, recommend the best broker. Best broker to use in the UK. I would say Raise Markets, bro. If you want to trade with Raise Markets, I can get you A booked. So I don't know if you man know the difference between A book and B book, but it's crucial that you're A book, and literally no one will A book you. Absolutely no retail broker you go to will A book you, I promise you. I can get you A booked on a retail broker. So send me a message. Yeah, Sesame, pin the Discord if you can, and just say my name's Louis or whatever. Louis, whatever it is on there. And yeah, message me on there and I can help you out with broker. That's the same for anyone. I can get you A booked. You ever thought about starting your own fund before? Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's something we've been working on for a long time. Something you can't rush into though. Can DXY just take the Asia low for fuck's sake? A liar, mate. Literally. Yeah, message me on Discord, boys. EU took Asia higher, but not DXY. Yeah, I'm gonna check DXY now. G, you go down. It's 260, Lou, overachieved by 2%. Wait, but is it though? Because isn't... I don't think it is. Because look, what was it? 13.5. So that would mean 5%, right, is accurate. So if we cancel off the 5, it means there's 8. So we've done 8 over what we should have done. So then therefore you do 5 divided by 8. Oh no, sorry. 8 divided by 5. So, fuck off. Can you go, man? Can I reuse the calculator, bro? What button? Where's the fucking button? Why is it on the right? Isn't it always on the left? But yeah, you do 8 divided by 5. Again. And then times it by 100 to get a percentage. 160. You've got to think you're overachieving by 160. That initial 5 is just normal, do you know what I mean? So the over, it's 160 over. It's 260 in total, but that 260 is including the 5, if that makes sense. Probably don't make sense, but yeah, it's an overachievement by 160. Lou, if you are on retail broker B book and you make money, is it a problem? It's not a problem, but if you've got a lot of money in there, just know you are cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked, boys. You're cooked. You're cooked. It's basically, right, how I can describe it is like a bookie, right? Bookies know you're going to lose. So if you deposit 10 grand into a bookie's into an account, a bookie's account, into a betting account, the minute you deposit that money's not in your account. The second you deposit that money, the bookie's taking that money and putting it in their own account. Your account now has £0 in it, but it says that it has 10 grand. On paper, it's got 10 grand, you've got 0. On paper, they've got 0 and they have 10 grand. Now, because they know you'll lose, they can do that. It's the same with trading. 95% or whatever lose. So they know you'll lose, so they can do that. Now, what that means is 95% of the time it's fine because they do lose and the 10 grand gets to stay with them anyway. But on the odd occasion where the guy does a crazy bet or a crazy trade and makes a load of money, let's say 30 grand, now the broker's like, well, I'm going to have to take a 30k loss on this now because I haven't actually placed his trade or his bet. His bet is actually zero, so nothing's actually been placed. Nothing's actually been done. It's all on paper. It's all he say, she say, like, oh, he's placed the trade, he's placed the bet or whatever. But it's just numbers on a screen, right? No actual real money has been made. So it's then up to the broker to take the money out of their own pocket and their own profit to then pay out you, right? Because there's no connection. There's no connection between the bookie or the trade or the broker and the live market. There's no connection there. With an A-book, whatever you place, the broker places for you on the live market. So there's no not arbitrage going on, but there's nothing wrong with paying you out, right? Because you've got. I'm on YouTube, by the way, boys. If you're wondering why, I'll keep looking to the side. But yeah, like, so let's use that example again. If you deposit 10 grand into an A-book broker, place your trade and make 30 grand, that means you've made 30 grand, but the broker's also made the money because when you put on the trade, because you're A-booked, it just means it goes through to the real live market. The broker's then A-booked you for that. So you've made money. So the broker's made money, right? It's actually made 30 grand. It's copied your trade onto the live market as it should and made 30 grand. So that's no problem to pay you out your 29.8 because all they're interested in is the 200 quid commission or whatever it is, or a bit they've made off spreads. That's how A-book works. It just means everything you're doing is real. So there's no issue. You're generating real money. So there's no issue the broker giving you that real money that you've earned, you and them. Versus B-book, you're not trading anything real. It says it's real on paper, and this is for every single one of you in here that's ever traded on a broker. I promise you that is the case. You cannot believe me, but I promise you that's the case. When you're placing your trades, they're not actually getting placed. So if you ever have a huge win, they're going to be really skeptical on paying you out. Another thing about brokers is they are huge companies, like huge, and they go completely unnoticed, right? These companies are so big and they go completely. People always talk about banks, I mean, other things like fucking State Street, BlackRock, all the investment firms, all these stuff. People talk about all this, but they never ever talk about brokers. Brokers are such a huge company. You can make 10 grand with them, right? And they not pay you out that 10 grand and you are not getting that money. You can take them to court, you'll lose. Or they just won't answer you. But it's to the point where they're such a big company, it's almost a too big to fail thing. They know they can ignore you. So yeah, you've got to be careful, man. So if anyone does want to get A-booked, so basically just means you're safe, man. And not only are you safe, you're getting the best spreads. That's the other obviously big thing. But yeah, send me a message, man, and I can sort that for you. We're still waiting for the same thing, boys. We're still waiting for EU to just continue up a little bit higher into our order block here. 2-6, boys. Oh yeah, I was going to go over EG. I didn't even do it. 2-6. Everyone will have an 8 consecutive losing streak. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Yo, can you check your DM? I'm going to send you a trade I put on my personal account. Let me know what you think. Yeah, sweet, bro. I'll have a look. EU. I thought the 5% would count as 100% as that's what you target, and then the additional. No, but we said over, you know what I mean? You overperformed by whatever. So your performance is 260, but you overperformed by 160. Do you know what I mean? Because you hit your 100% perfect, and then you overperformed by a further 160. That's what I was trying to say. Oh shit, yeah, literally your next comment said that. I work for a gaming company and I can confirm this is waffle. What? Gaming company? Drop us a support, man, Giovanni. Big up Giovanni. Big up Giovanni. I love you. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, this guy works for a gaming company, right? This guy built Battlefield 4, so just trust him when he tells you brokers are Completely and utterly honest. I'm not gonna lie. If you, it's not even whether you trust me or not. If you think a broker is gonna be honest, you just don't understand the way the world works. Like, it's not even just me saying. It's just common sense, man. Come on. All right, mate. You're right, bro. What strategy you trade? Asia liquidity and daily trade continuations, boys. FTMO. I'm affiliated with ACG, boys. So if you want to get funded with a prop firm. I noticed you use order blocks, but Mason doesn't. Why is that, bro? He does use order blocks, I think, but he probably just marks them out differently. So if he sees it there, he'll probably mark out just the imbalance below it. But we're really marking out the same thing. He'll have in the back of his mind that there's an order block there. I know what Mason's sort of thinking is. So he'll mark out this, but he'll know that obviously once it gets filled, then it taps us into our order block. So it's just how we choose to mark it out, I suppose. I sometimes do the same, to be fair. Yo, bro, you funded, you seem intelligent. Yeah, bro, I'm funded. We're affiliated with ACG. Real recognised, real boys. But yeah, if you want to get an account with ACG, 2 secs YouTube. I'll read all your comments and charts in a sec. EU full point in a gaming company, okay. EU full port long, think you meant gambling company. Hi Lou, nice to meet you. This is what I mean. I work for a gambling company. I would know this. You work in a Betfred, bro. You work behind the desk in a Betfred. They're not going to tell you about the internal financial strategy, are they? Like, come on. Use your brains, boys. Well, not boys. One guy. What's your bias for EU? Do you trade ISOs? I don't, bro. EU, I mean, we want us to tap our order block before shorts. We've already seen GU continue that. The XY is sort of moving a little bit weird. We're yet to see where it wants to go for this 4-hour range. So I'll switch to that in a sec. I'm on GU. Fair play, bro. What's your bias for EU? Yeah, there you go. What about GJ? Right, I'll have a look at some of these pairs after, boys. If we tap that order block, we basically just fill the FEG, same thing. Yeah. Yeah, boys. 5k likes. Come on. This is what I mean about being kind of, if we go on the 4-hour. It's yet to be seen what we're going to continue off of. We are bullish, so we should really break the high, but doesn't look like we're doing that. Bear in mind, we've got this 4-hour imbalance, which has been pretty much closed below. Well, not closed below, but well broken past. We may still see to be fair, I mean, it's CRT on the DXY on the weekly. Sorry, on the 4-hour. I've only just noticed that. Which has now been completed, I believe. Obviously, I know that is Asia low, but it's nice when it's the 4-hour as well. Yeah, EG. Yeah, let me do EG quickly. Cause fucking someone asked for it time ago. EG. Yeah, we're bearish on EG. Very simple for EG. Oh, I feel that bad. We're very simple for EG. Sweet, Seth. I'll have a look. We're very bearish on EG. We've got this weekly CRT that we're aiming for. So you've got this big weekly distribution. Took the high, closed back within the range, and then obviously same, aiming for the low. So this candle we wanted to be bearish. Last week was. This candle we want to be bearish. So hopefully we can continue to do that. If we look at what we're filling right now, we've got a daily order block in terms of external. So we're looking at, I know it's kind of bunched up, but obviously we've got internal, external, internal, external. It's kind of hard for you man to see, I know, but we'll just draw it on. Obviously it was that pound news, which is the real reason we had that big old sell-off. To be fair, this looks like way nicer of an area as this order block here. Yet to have mitigated this order block as well. Only just tapped into it. Let's look on the 5 min now. Let's look on the 1 min. 1 min we've had a change of character and mitigated it beautifully. So 1 minute, obviously change of character there. Oh. Change of character there. And mitigated on the 5 minute. This 5 minute candle. Really nicely. So if you look at that, you can see. Nice. If you sold off from that, beautiful, beautiful move. If you're still looking for entries, I mean, you can get in now, I'll be honest. There's like, you're aiming for a lot here. And I'd be looking to hold runners as well. So even if you live execution it, you're still going to have a stop loss of like 8 pips. It's hardly loads. So 4 to 1 like that. On the 5 minute. Suppose you could go off this imbalance. So you could say, right, after coming off that order block, we've got this imbalance now. Make it great. Boom, 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 boom. Right, so you've got this imbalance now. So you potentially say, cool, 50% of that. Want us to come in. Stop loss on the high. We'll up it to 5 pips as usual. And then aiming for that low. So yeah, EEG does look nice. We've got everything on our side now, really. We've got an order block. We've got higher time frame, obviously, with the CRT. We've got a lot of stuff. This is EG. Bro, this is Euro GBP. It says down the bottom right there. CRT equals, yeah, CRT is counter range theory. Right, sweet. Lou, can you explain why? Oh, yeah. Lou, if you are on a retail broker B book and you make money to that, okay, I see. How can you be on A book? Is Funded Next good? I would go with ACG rather than Funded Next. So how you become an A book trader? Just send me a message, bro. It's because I know a broker, basically. I work with a broker. The A books. It's like it's an institutional broker, so they've really recently entered the retail space. They only really work for funds. So A book is their speciality, and they're only just getting into this. This makes sense now. Last year, January, I deposited only a small 250 in IC Markets personal account. I managed to get a return of 2.2 grand in a month, but my withdrawal got denied. This is what I'm saying, boys. So the geezer in the chat that's like, oh, I work for this company, I can tell you this cap. You get real world stories of it, and it's like, as you said, it makes sense now. They told me they couldn't accept my withdrawal due to me trying to withdraw from a different IP address to where I set up the account. What the fuck? This is what I mean. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, boys. They're so big, they can do that. What they've done there is stolen 2 grand off you. They've stole 2 grand off you. But they're so big, you can't do a thing about it. What are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? You can email them a million times, they just won't reply. Like, what are you actually going to do? There's nothing you can do. This is why brokers are the biggest scum on the planet, man. They're the biggest scum on the planet. Not every broker, but the vast majority of brokers have pretty much no morals. But yeah, there's a prime example from a different IP address, like behave. And boys, how prop firms work, right, with how they give people demo funds. You think brokers aren't the same thing? You think brokers trade are different to that? Brokers the exact same thing. It's a demo. It's all demo. Brokers the exact same thing. The reason that you see that prop firms go under and brokers don't is because brokers have got too much money and they can just ignore you, right? When prop firms don't pay people out or bullshit people's accounts or do this or do that, the company's small enough for a certain amount of people to call them out and have a big effect. These companies are generating billions and billions and billions and billions, multi-billions every single year, right? The amount of money they chop through is insane. The amount of shit they spend money on, the amount of people they support. Like, honestly, it's the exact same thing, but a broker's way bigger, so it never comes out. You'll never know what they've done. You'll never know who they've scumbagged. You'll just never know. EG best for shorts out of all pairs. Pound is going to have short-term strength. Yeah, I do agree with that. James. Thought IC markets were decent. No, man, they're one of the biggest in the game, which means they're going to be one of the worst in terms of scumbagging people, because they know they can get away with most. You taking this now, bro? I won't be taking this, Jack. People are spamming GJ. They want to see GJ bad. Lou, can you explain why you chose that order block on EU? Basically, if we go on the 50 on the half hour, it's just kind of obvious to me. You want to look at the last sort of point in price. For a start, it's got to stick out. It's got to stick out is the first one. And the second thing is it's got to be the last point before the main distribution. Right, so for a start, let's go on the distribution aspect of it. So for a start, we had, obviously, accumulation around here with these big wicks. You can see we obviously had big wick down, big wick up, big wick down, big wick up. Until that, and then until that, we didn't really have any retracement until there. right? So that tells me the main distribution is from here to here, right? So now let's circle them points. So from here to here. So therefore, the start of the distribution, what's the most recent candle? Okay, it's this big one here, right? This hourly candle here. All right. Obviously, not only that, we have got imbalance below it. Bro, go away. We have got imbalance below it as well, which is obviously a clear telltale sign. So that's a good way to identify them. That's probably the easiest way to tell. And then, as I said, it's got to stick out, so it's got to have done something. You can see this candle here is actually, it sticks out, right? I don't know if it's just me, but it sticks out, right? How many of these candles took liquidity over a previous wick? How many? None of them, apart from this one, and apart from this one. Right? No candle other than them two, right? The reason I wouldn't do this one is because we've already mitigated it and touched it multiple times. What I mean by taking the wick of another candle is actually taking the liquidity like that. Taking the liquidity like that. You see how it's taking the liquidity above these candles? It's a telltale sign of an order block. Clear sign of an order block. But this one, as I said, it's been mitigated multiple times, right? We've come in and retapped into that candle range 1, 2, 3 times, right? Whereas this one, how many times have we retapped back into this candle range? Not once, right? So this is why this is my order block. Yo, how's it going? How's it going, David? Please, can you share your opinion on something? Yeah, what's that, bro? What is that? What is that? What pair? This is EU, bro. It says down here. I said on here withdrew from a broker before. Yeah, why is that, bro? Really interesting, bro. Keep it up. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Michael. What's your thoughts on GU? GU, I'm not going to be targeting. I won't be looking at GU. We've had news at 7 AM. It's just kind of untradeable right now. Can you please go through this trade top down? What one, bro? What one again? What pair are we talking about, Ben? Benjamin? Bear People's asking for GJ. Bear Man's asking for GJ. Thanks, Lou. Brilliant. No worries, bro. Alright, let's have a look at GBP, JPY. Let's have a look at this old fucker. This old fucker. You see our level there did pretty nice. Not that one. Well, I mean, that one did nice as well. We reacted off that imbalance. And then filled up. To be fair, we fucking reacted perfectly. Look at that. Reacted off that imbalance. Filled this imbalance and then moved down. This was daily and weekly, so no, that was gold I'm thinking of. Don't worry, ignore me. What actually was that? Yeah, that was the 4-hour imbalance there, which we kind of filled and then moved up. And then what was this? 1 hour. Yeah, so we filled the 4-hour imbalance, then moved up, obviously, into the analysis we had yesterday or prior in the week. Filled this hourly imbalance that we was looking at. I can actually draw this on now. See, 50% of it was mitigated as well. Tell me if the music's mind-numbingly annoying. Is this SMC? Sort of, I suppose. It's not really one way of trading, bro. There's a few ways mixed into one, I suppose. SMC. It's not really one way of trading or the other, but there's definitely some SMC concepts in there. I'll be looking at this order block for shorts. I'm assuming you man are looking at buys because you're degenerates. We are bullish. Higher time frame wise, I'll give you that. We filled this tiny amount of imbalance we actually had on the higher time frame. obviously it is in line with the order block as well. It's in line with that order block. To be fair, it does actually look alright for longs. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does look alright for longs. So have a look on the 1 minute. So let's look at market structure. High, low, high, low, high. So where was the change of character here? It's the change of character, right? So the change of character is not from here to here, from here to here, right? Because if you look at the range, and then when we break out of it, from here to there, bro, from there to there, and then until then we were still trading within that range. So people would consider this its own range. It's still traded within the same. How can you have a range within a range? This doesn't make sense. This means you've got a high and a low. Neither of it's been broken, yet we've got a new high or a low. So now we've got 2 highs and 2 lows. Like, it's just doesn't make any sense. You need, the only way you're gonna actually have consistent change of characters that make sense is by doing it that way. There's a change of character there. I would identify this as an ITR though, an independent trading range, this leg up here. You can see the mitigation. We've come into this order block, it's been mitigated. So you can see there, we've got this big candle up, price slowly came down, mitigated it there, and then shot up again. So I'm hoping for more of the same really. I'm hoping for more of the same. We've obviously got this big period of imbalance here. So I will be simply looking for that to get filled to a decent level. Hopefully like 50% or something. Bear in mind we're catching a very, very long range here, so your stop loss is obviously going to be on the low. Some people would have it on that ITR low. I mean, you can do that if you want. I would prefer to have it on this low. But I mean, it's the difference between 26 pips and 20 pips. So it's going to reduce your trade size by about 20% or your profit by about 20%, assuming you have the same TP. And yeah, and then I'll be aiming for that. I do think we should break through the high. I do think we should come through the high. In line with the overall movement, but this order block is something that I'm thinking of. So what I'm going to do is close that and mark on my blue line as my order block. Boom. And that's what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. That's part of the richest indicator. Oh yeah, what's the indicator that shows what the pair and date at the top and the bottom? Yeah, that's the richest indicator, bro. This is our own indicator we made for our members. If you see it here, it marks out many things. Obviously marks out this down the bottom. It also marks out your Asia session, London session, New York session, weekly true open, daily true open. You can change it to put your previous day high, previous day 50%, whatever you want, previous week high, previous week 50%, whatever you want to show it as there. So if you want that, boys, just get in the Discord. I'll drop a link to my Discord now. Check out Ghost FX Lab, guys. No thanks, bro. Yeah, that's my YouTube there as well, boys. Look, Sesame just commented. People who don't trade like this are just ego trading and most likely not going to hit. What's he talking about? People who trade like this are just ego trading and most likely not going to hit. I don't really know what you mean, bro. Don't really know what you mean, bro. I want him to mentor me. You can get in the Discord, bro, if you want. I do have one of the best Discords in the UK. Probably the best Discord in the UK for trading. Cheers, Lou. Was watching on YouTube. Bigger screen. Great explanation, Sensei. Appreciate that, broski. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I'm alive on YouTube if anyone wants to know. If anyone's curious. Wants to get in there, boys. I'm live on YouTube as well. Let me read some of these comments. Sorry, YouTube chat. Let me read these comments quickly. Check EG. Yeah, we did literally just check EG a minute ago. What do you want to know about EG, bro? What currency is this? This is GJ, bro. It says down the bottom there. Why do you look different on your profile? It's because me and Mace both run it, bro. Mace, MMFX, and obviously me. We're two different people, but we both run Riches. I'm still in G Longs. Chart colours. Literally, bro, just black and blue. Sounds bare weird. I've only ever say black and blue, and it's like beating and black and blue. But it's literally blue, black, 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 black. And it's just 100% normal blue, normal black, each one. Sorry, boys. Where in the Discord is the indicator? Just say in the chat, bro. Just ask for it in the free chat. Just say, oh, I want it. Going to hit your trade, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Is this EU or GU? It's neither, bro. This is GJ. You're definitely not the best community in the UK right now, lol. I am. I am, D&D. Tell me a better one. Go on. Tell me a better one, I dare ya. Tell me a better one. I'm waiting. And I'll be waiting. Wow, bro. I'm not gonna lie, boys. This is a piss take. This is what you call a piss take. To be fair, that should have tapped you in on bro, because it's literally 0.2 pips off. You know what I mean? Check it out for yourself. Okay, he said there's a better one. Joe trades, you know. This trade won't hit. Notice what people's on, boys. Look, notice what people's on. Notice what people's on, boys. Look. Let me prove this guy. Go in to hit your trade, bro. D&D. Go in to hit your trade, bro. And then I said something he didn't like. And then he said... Ready? This trade won't hit. Like, bro. Take your emotions out of the game for 2 secs, man. Joe Trades ain't teaching you psychology very well, boys. If you want good psychology, you know what Discord to go for. If you want to start spazzing out on comments, then yeah, go to Joe Trades. If you want to actually learn, join a community full of good people that's actually all trying to learn. We look at bro, we're all trying to learn. Like, this is no foolishness. Someone just joined with a Reform UK as their profile picture. What's the best funded account in the UK? Alpha Capital Group, bro. I'm affiliated with them. Community, best community in the whole world. Do you know what I'm saying? Come on, James. You ever used FX Replay? Yeah, bro. It's a good site. Very good site. Way better than TradingView for backtesting. You entering GJ Longs? No, man. Okay, it would have tapped in already. It's pretty quick. Me personally, I'm not getting in GJ. That's not a pair I trade. I only mark it out because you, man, are always trading it. I trade EU, GU, and EG, boys. Please check EG to risk 1%. Yeah, EG again. It's the same as what I said, bro. I'm looking at sales personally. We've got an order block here. Got this 15-minute order block from the London session. We've got weekly wires. We've got our CRT. So we've got our target or our bias. So our bias is sells. The reason our bias is sells is because we've got our weekly CRT target after taking a weekly CRT high. So you've got, say, this as a target. So this is our bias. It sells down to the weekly low of the 3rd of March. And then we need the narrative. How are we going to get there? Now the narrative, as I said, is this 15-minute order block. So we've got a 15-minute order block. So as I said, we wanted price to come up into this 15-minute order block and then sell off. I mean, not as violently as it did here, but we knew that was because of news anyway. So into our order block and then sell off. And then in terms of the actual entry model, as you know, we trade Asia liquidity grab, which is where we wait for the Asia high to be swept and then like to trade it down into the Asia low. So obviously you see we've got the Asia high swept. We saw a change of character, which is our confirmation, fair value gap, and then, yeah. So you can see we've got bias, narrative. So the bias being the CRT on the weekly, narrative being the order block on the 15th from the prior day, and the entry being, or number 3, being the entry, Asia liquidity grab. Grab the Asia liquidity, change your character, sell. Simple. But that's what I'll be looking for if I was trading it. Is EG a good pair, bro? Looked at it, but it seems confusing in terms of... Yeah, bro, it's a good pair to trade. It's a really good pair to trade, but it's a lot different from EU-GU. For a start, you've got to have bigger stop losses because the spreads are woeful. Second of all, the pips it moves in general is probably like a third of what EU and GU moves normally. It consolidates a hell of a lot, and it reacts with the daily trope and loads. So, yeah, there's a few things. If you ain't with me, you're against me. What's a good account? What's a good lot size for a trade with 25k? You don't want to just be guessing, bro. On my website, Richess Effects, I have a lot size calculator. So all you do, go to my website, Richess Effects, Sesame will comment it. Click that, and you literally put, so for example, I don't know, let's say GU, your stop loss in pips is, let's say it's 5. You're on a 25k account, so 25k. You don't change this, and you want to risk how much you want to risk. That's up to you. Let's say you want to risk 1.5% on this trade. This is the number you actually pick. Obviously, how much you want to risk, and you click calculate, and you can see 7.5 lots. It will tell you to trade. What's the difference between order block and what's the difference between order block and supply and demand? Just literally just the names, bro. Just the names, really, if I'm honest. I think order block is a more accurate way of identifying it. I think supply and demand is a mixture of order blocks and support and resistance. Just trade the market, mate. Like, what's with all FVGs and stuff? Half of them get inversed anyway. Just trade the market, mate. Like, what? That's literally like telling a homeless person, just buy a house, mate. Like, why you bother working? Just buy a house. Like, what? Talking out your ass, mate. Bro, that's confirmation bias. You're marking out old things, bro. I was doing that. Bro, don't say I was doing that like you're ahead of me in trading. Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that. I am 2 years ahead of you in trading, bro. At least, at a bare minimum. You're on my live. I'm at least 2 years ahead of you, bro. With that chessboard in your picture. Know yourself, man. Check out Joe's trade. This is what I'm saying. You're still getting mentored, bro. Trying to mentor a mentor. Like, what are you talking about, G? What are you on about? Go ask Joe Trades what you're fucking looking for. You do supply and demand? No, I don't, bro. That's not how I trade. Julia. 1 million in jar. Supply and demand trading. I don't trade. Well, I sort of trade supply and demand, but I mean, you'd probably just call it a different thing. Hate them types of people, man. Trust me, Dowie, man. Trust me, bro. Don't have so much arrogance, you'll fall. A lie, bro. Facts. Why are you going long? He in your live, EA. Who's in my live, bro? EA. I'm not saying I trade, bro. Okay, bro. Not trying to mentor you or saying I'm better than you. Ha ha ha. Slow you, bro. Yeah, no, it's cool, bro. It's just you get better arrogant people coming here sometimes. It's just annoying, isn't it? Why do traders always call me bro? It's because there's no other word for woman. You cannot. What I would normally call woman is babe, other than like as like a general term. But I just wouldn't be like. Imagine this. Ready? What lot size calculator website you called? Yeah, it's just on my website, bro. And then let's say she asks, oh, where'd you look for news? Oh, just on my website, babe. Do you know what I mean? It just sounds. It sounds like. It sounds bare, not. I'm trying to explain it, but I don't know. It sounds almost disrespectful in a way. But yeah, that was a slight little hint, wink, wink. We do have also a news calendar, economic calendar on here. So if you want to know about your news or your lot size calculator, it's both on the website. Yeah, what would you rather be called as a woman yourself if bro isn't optimal? All man wants smoke with you today, innit? Trust me, El Slappo. Comments are on one today. Damn, for real, Ollie, bro. Some proper humpty in the chat. No, for real, bro. I entered GJ Long's fair play, bro. Anyone else in GJ or EG? Not even sure why you bother with them comments. It makes me laugh, bro. I'll be honest. It does make me laugh. Cool, bro. I might give it a try. Yeah, it is good, man. It is good. EG is decent if you get used to it. Sis. Sis, wow. Yeah, sis. Do you trade indices? No, I don't, bro. Can you calculate your lot size with baby pips? I mean, you sort of can, but it's just bare annoying. Because you got, it doesn't tell you the lot size, it tells you the contract size, and you got to do leverage. It's just long in it. I'm just telling you, it's easier to do it on our website. Like, it's literally free. It's like, I don't get anything out of you using my lot size calculator. It's just easier, innit? Do you trade funded? Yes, bro. Alright, Juliana, I'll call you sis then from now on. Are you in this GJ trade? No, I'm not. We're outside of the kill zone now anyway. I'm in EG shorts, currently running 1.5%. Lovely. I'm assuming you live execution did. I did say that would have been valid. I don't know if that is what you did, but yeah, nice if you did that. What's your confidence for going long? For what pair, bro? Bro for a girl is a bit weird. It's better not. Well, I mean, it sort of is, but I mean, I'm reading comments. On my website, darling. Yeah, innit? Actually, Ed Matty. Where can I see your payouts, bro? On the Discord, bro. On the Disc-Kizzy. Please, what pair is this? This says down there, bro. This, okay, you can't really see. This is EU. 2 secs YouTube. I will get to your comments in a sec. I guess I will have to accept the term bro. Nah, I mean, I'll try to remember it, but I'll be honest, sis is a little bit homosexual. You're allowed to say that. That's not derogatory, is it? That's just what the name is for it. Thanks, sis. Thanks for the suggestion. I'm in EG shorts. Okay, I've read that already. Everybody calls me bro. It's actually funny. Where can I see? Oh, yeah. 110. Outside the kill zone. GU. Yeah, there's my YouTube as well. Make sure you're getting in my Discord as well, boys. It's the best Discord in the UK. This guy says Joe Trades is better. Joe Trades. No, I'm joking. That guy's actually calm. I sort of was a little bit too harsh to that guy. He's actually alright. That D&D, he's sweet. No Diddy, bro. Nah, all that Diddy. All of that. Nah, no Diddy, no Diddy. No Diddy, no Diddy. No Diddy. What does no Diddy even mean? Because it used to mean like no homo, but really. Don't it now mean like no... I'm not going to say the word. You think EU going to go up from here? I think EU's bearish, I'll be real. What about you? Me too, but I don't know whether to get in here with stops above. I think it literally just must shift on the 5 min. It's just really accumulatory. And we get this around 10. Remember, if you're in my lives a lot, I always say around the hour mark, specifically 9 and 10, we'll take the age of high and just accumulate bears. So you're probably, if you're getting in shorts now, you're probably going to be sitting in it for a minute. I would rather it come up and then you're going to get that snap fast move. If you want to get in, you can get in. But for me, it's just going to be a painful experience. Plus, we're out of the kill zone now anyway, innit? So, where do you show your payouts, bro? Why I went to read my message and stopped. I didn't, bro. I literally told you in the Discord. Bro, like, who even are you as well? Like, I hate people have this complex, yeah, where you think I would read your comment and stop. Like, how important do you think you are? I'm on YouTube stream, so there's about 10 comments coming through. I'm on TikTok where there's about 30 comments coming through. You think I'm looking, going, oh, yeah, I'm not going to answer this guy's question specifically. Yeah. Let me answer it halfway and then stop. Bro, I don't think about you that much. I'm just answering comments. You asked me where can I find your payouts. I said in the Discord. Keep it stepping, man. Always complaining, this guy, bro. I think it literally just MSS on a 5 min. You literally did. I literally didn't. I'm on YouTube right now, bro. I can rewind and show you where I said on the Discord, bro. Like, I'm literally on stream, bro. I can rewind and tell you. I didn't stop. Man, some people. Anyway, yeah, boys, I'm probably going to jump off. So if you've got any more questions, let me know. It's 10 a.m. I trade from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So that's outside the kill zone now. Yo, didn't, bro, you read half the comments because I was going through the comments. What? Bro, what are you talking about? What is your best advice? I miss comments as well. Like, bare people comment, I miss it. Like, please bid him off. Yeah, I'm going to have to bid him off, bro. This guy's begging it too hard. This guy's a Real life begs, man. Yeah, you can piss off, man. What a beg, bro. He sent 28 comments to my live. I've literally read like 4 of them. Yeah, he had to go. That guy's just rage baiting. He had to go. People like this always trying to make a live out of a lie. Where do you think EG could go to TP by the end of the day? Yeah, well, I mean, we want it to happen by the end of the day for sure. He was doing way too much. Way too much, bro. Way too much. What is your best advice for a beginner, like actually psychologically? The best advice for a beginner psychologically is, let me have a think. Psychologically. That's a good question. I'm trying to think of the best, like what is actually going to be the most beneficial for just one bit of information. So there's better shit that can be said, but I'm trying to think of the best bit of advice. I mean, a big thing, to be fair, this is a big thing, and this is going to be important for you, alright? This is kind of like a fringe thing. People don't really talk about it, but it fucks people all the time. And the reason I'm saying this one is because you can find all the basic stuff people saying it on the internet all the time. But people never really talk about this. I feel like I'm the only person that ever talks about this. And it's when people hop from different strategy to different strategy and why it's bad and concept to concept. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be learning a strategy or whatever. And you're going to be doing all right at it, and the strategy is going to start to not perform as well, right? Or you're going to lose a trade, or you're going to blow an account, and then you're going to start trying to trade a different strategy. Now the problem with trading a different strategy or a different concept is when you learn something for the first time, you're bad at it, right? This is what people don't understand. You're bad at it. Whatever you do for the first time, you are bad at it. So if you start trading fair value gaps and then you're like, oh, I'm losing trades now, I'm trading fair value gaps. Let me bin off fair value gaps. Fair value gaps aren't the problem. You are the problem. Whenever you start something off new, you're going to be bad at it. So just realise whatever you learn, no matter if it's if God himself teaches you the concepts and says this is the way to trade the market, whatever it is, you will lose money and be bad at. It's just a fact. And you've got to get past that mental block. You will be bad at it. So stick to it. And don't be one of them idiots that, cool, so you're bad at fair value gaps, you go, right, I'm not going to use them. And then you switch to like SMC, and then you're obviously bad at that, and you say, oh, that don't work, so I'm going to switch to that. And then you go, oh, let me trade CRT, and you're bad at that, so you switch. And all of a sudden, you've done 2 months at each, you've wasted 6 months, and you haven't built a strategy to anything. If you stuck with fair value gaps for 6 months, you'd actually know it to a decently high level now. And you'd actually be able to trade it. And you would have made loads and loads and loads of progress, rather than when you're skipping, you're building them down. Building them down. You need to realise you're going to be bad at everything at the start, so stick with something. Find a mentor that you trust and you think's intelligent and you think makes money and you want to be like their lifestyle and stuff like that. Find someone that resonates with you and that you trust, most importantly. And whatever they say, just trade that and stick with that and don't go away. You're going to be bad at it for the first 1, 2, 3 maybe months, but if you just keep switching from person to person, from concept to concept, you're going to just go nowhere. It's literally like becoming a football player and go, I'm going to do 2 months in goal, oh, I'm shit at this. I'm going to go 2 months as a centre-back, oh, I'm shit at this. I'm going to do 2 months as a winger, oh, I'm shit at this. I'm going to do 2 months as a centre-mid, oh, I'm shit at this. And now all of a sudden it's been a whole season and you've made no progress. If you just stayed in goal for that whole season, you would actually be really good and be good in your position. Same with trading, exact same thing. If you stick to that one thing for a long period of time, you'll actually master it somewhat. So not 90% of the time, it's not the concept, it's the trader. And it's your own psychology that's not giving you enough leeway to actually learn these things. These aren't easy things to learn. So yeah, that's maybe not the most important psychological thing, but it's a very important thing that a lot of people don't talk about. Is that you're bad at everything the first time. But get in the Discord for sure, man. Everyone get in the Discord. What's your opinion on dropshipping? I remember I used to dropship when I was like 14. Boys, if I stayed dropshipping, you man don't understand. I probably would have been making more money than I was now. I had this one idea which was insane. Right, what I did, yeah, so I used to listen to drill music quite a bit. This is when I was in like year 10 or something, year 11, like probably like year 10. I used to listen to drill music, right, and all these drill music rappers, they'd all wear masks. And this was the time where everyone was trying to look like a rapper, so everyone was wearing the tracksuits, everyone was buying man bags, like Armani pouches, if you remember that. Everyone was like wearing them type of things. And I knew people was going to start wanting these masks. And people, so like, if you man know V9 would go in a music video with a Deadpool mask. And then, yeah, there was like the V9 mask. And then there was like the clown mask. And you know people all have them glow-in-the-dark LED clown masks. No one had them. There was like, I was like the only store selling it. Ski masks as well. This was before Pooh Shiesty come out. Before Pooh Shiesty come out, I was selling ski masks. If I would have just held that out for like 6 months a year, and then Pooh Shiesty dropped, I would have made probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands just off ski masks. And people still buy them to this day. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was selling, like masks and stuff like that. And then I just pay like drill rappers and drill, but like UK Drillings, if you remember that page, like all them like banter pages in the UK. Skengdo, I remember I paid. Karma, if you know who that is, that rapper, I paid him. They're all like £30 promo because all these men are broke back in the day, especially. And yeah, I made profit on it. I was making like good money on that, but then yeah, I sort of stopped doing it because I was bare young at the time, so I didn't have the right mindset. Like, it probably just stopped earning me for a bit, and I was like, oh well, it don't work then. Exactly what I was saying earlier, and I just didn't stick to it. Zone 2 Karma, yeah. How long you been trading? Since I was like since I was 17, 18 really, so fucking hell. The time now, about 5 years. Bro, send me some details. What do you mean? So no strategy hopping. Thank you for your heartful and thoughtful advice. No worries, Juliana. Juliana, I've got a question for you. Are you AI? Because that response is either someone whose English isn't their first language, someone who's extremely polite, or someone who's AI. Thank you for your heartful and thoughtful advice. What a really nice way to say thank you. I'm not just glazing because it's a girl. Like, that is actually bare nice to the point where I think you're AI now. How long are you doing it before you stopped? I don't know. Basically, boys, me and Mace was just always trying to make money in it. I done bare shit to try and make money back in the day. I was just that guy in it. And plus, something about me, I knew about these Chinese websites before anyone knew about them. Mate, I can't even talk about some of the stuff we were selling, but I knew about all these like AliExpresses and all this. I knew about that before bare man knew about it. Like, you know, now everyone knows you can just buy like fake Gucci bags on the internet and stuff. Back in the day, people would only ever go to markets, but I remember me and my boy, we found out about, if you know, what was it called back in the day, bruv? I forgot the name. It's like the orange app. I can't remember what it's called, bro. I can't remember. But now, bare people do it. People post TikToks about it and get like millions of views. Back in the day, no one knew about it, and I used to get all this stuff from China. People didn't, because people wouldn't even think it was snide, because they'd yeah, I shouldn't really be talking about this anyway, but because people wouldn't know. People was used to like a fake Gucci bag, it'd have like a C on it rather than a G. They didn't realise brands in China are actually making this shit to an unreal quality. So I'll just get loads in, boom, move it. I was doing that, and then after that was how I found about the Chinese websites. And when I found out about the Chinese websites, I was like, oh, cool. And then I sort of learned about drop shipping through AliExpress and stuff. And then it went from there, and then it just went on and on and on. And then COVID came, I started trading, fully progressing with trading and actually doing well off it. And then, yeah, I just start with trading. Alibaba. No, well, Alibaba, yeah, that is the one for actually drop shipping, but who remembers Wembley Market? Team Alibaba. Nice, neither of them. I can't, like, people, if you know, you know, innit? I'm trying to, like, boys, if you know about a subreddit called Fashion Reps, right? There's like 3 million people on there. Now, when I was on there, there was like 20k people or something like that. Like, barely anyone knew about it. Like, it was 30. Panda Buy. See, it was the Panda Buy before the Panda. Is Panda Buy gone now? It was called, because there was something, and then there was Yahoo, right? Because I remember this, there was a company that used to do it. There was a company that used to do it, but then they kept deleting all their pages. So then they made this thing called Yuppie or Yuppu, and it was only a catalogue, and it had like cryptic prices, and then you had to do it through that. I'm talking about clothes, by the way. They weren't DHgate. This is like a bit before DHgate, so people thought DHgate was like the way you get snide gear, and it was all terrible. Bro, what was the website called? You wouldn't be able to find it. You'd have to go on Fashion Reps and type up like Gucci bag, and then someone would post a link. Oh, mate, someone must know. Nah, not DH, bro. See, this is how I know I was in there before everyone. DH is like the retail side, in my point of view back then. I was like, these guys think that DH Gate is like the level of snide you get when it's got like a backwards Nike tick. Bro, what was it called? It's got a bear. Oh, mate. I know someone was in the trenches in here with me. Taobao, bro. This guy was in the trenches. Yes, Taobao. Yeah. That is it. Taobao. Oh, shit. I probably shouldn't say that loads of time. But that is what it was. That was like, if people knew about that back in the day, you was making money, trust me. But boys, I got Ray-Bans from Panda Bar for £1 and it looks so real, it's crazy. Bro, it's insane, I made bank with that in school. But anyway, boys, I'm going to jump off now. How do you film your screen and your face at the same time? TikTok just lets you, innit? TikTok lets you. Yeah, you can click on the little enhance thing and click dual Taobao. But yeah, that's what I was on. But anyway, boys, Sesame's going to drop a link to my Discord. Make sure you're getting in my Discord, boys, because that is where I'll be chilling. Not my partner. I hate saying that. My business partner, should we say, MMFX will be live at 12:30, and yeah, he's going to be trading the New York session. So everyone, make sure you're following this account. Getting in the Discord. My name on Discord's Louis. You'll see me in there. My name on there's Louis. There's a Discord there. Copy that, put it in browser. Also got my YouTube, which is Richesse FX. I'm on there now. So if you'd rather watch on YouTube later or next days, then yeah, go to my YouTube. Got loads of videos. How I made 12 bags in a day. How I cooked the London session. How to build a trading plan in 10 minutes. The best London trading strategy, find daily buys in 30 seconds. There's loads of stuff on there, boys, so get at that. Follow me on Instagram as well, Richesse FX. I'm going to quickly put it here. But yeah, that's my Discord there, boys, so make sure you're getting in. I do have mentorship and signals. This is my Instagram. If you can't manage to get in the Discord, the link is on my Instagram, which is just that there. So yeah, boys, also, obviously, as I keep saying, I'm affiliated with ACG. So yeah, use ACG, the code Richesse FX, actually just the code Richesse with ACG. And you'll get a nice discount with their prop firm, boys. And plus, if you use that, then I'll give you a little reward as well. So use my code with ACG and then send me a message so I can give you a little reward, little freebie, a little whatever it is. I appreciate you all tuning in, boys. Appreciate the mods as well in here. Big up to you, man. And I'll catch you in the next live. Well, Mason's going to be on the next live in 2 hours. But I'll see you in the Discord, boys. Say yo in the Discord. Let me know you've been in the stream. Let me know if you're new to the community, whatever it is. If anyone wants the indicator and if anyone wants information about mentoring, information about signals, just drop me a message on the Discord, boys. I told you my name's Louis on there. When you join, you'll see my name is Gold. But yeah, big up to everyone tuning in today. Appreciate yous, and I'll see yous in the next one, boys. Sweet. Alright, sweet. One gifter, one diamond in the whole live. Hago, I think that was one of them, but I think that was even a little bit after. Hago Bai was like, I think Hago Bai was in between Taobao and Yuppu. But bro, trust me, man, if you knew about that, then it was pure cookers. Would you still take the EG trade if it come back to entry? Yeah, I would, bro. If it's in the kill zone, I wouldn't obviously trade it outside of the kill zone. But if it comes back up, then yeah, for sure. It's just still the same thing that we're looking for. No, Toby, it's outside the kill. Yeah, obviously if we're outside the kill zone, then no. But that's got to be. So I can't even remember what I said, Adrian. DHK, low. Also Rip Panda Bar. Yeah, bro, like honestly, this was all of that before anyone knew about it, innit? But yeah, anyway, you chat. Big up to you, man. As I said, I'll be active in the Discord, you man know anyway. Appreciate all the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. I'm closing in on 1,000 subs. But big up to everyone on the YouTube stream, man. As I said, You man on the YouTube keep me sane a bit, because TikTok just does my head in sometimes, man. There's so many comments and there's so many stupid comments. But at least on YouTube, you man are actually keeping it professional and actually talking like real actual people, which I rate. So big up to you, man. Big up to the YouTube viewers. But yeah, boys, I'm going to jump off now. As always, put in the chat on the Discord if you're looking at anything you want my advice on. At me in the chat if you need anything. And yeah, boys, appreciate all the support. And I'll catch you in the next live, boys. Big up to you. I'll catch you later, boys. Sweet.